It's amazing that this car even runs. So I got my AEM fuel pump, got a D-Tworks fuel pump relay, external relay. Be wiring this up later. The deal is these aftermarket high flow fuel pumps like a lot of current, so the best thing to do is go with an external relay, especially with these old cars here. They can actually, you know, their wiring isn't very good, so I'll end up doing that later. AEM pump itself. Super easy to install. This is not the flex fuel one. I'm never gonna be running flex fuel in this thing. But figured that guy was super tired, super dirty. This thing's gonna flow way more fuel for whatever I throw at it later on. But it's it's a really nice looking pump. And 3Us. We're using this little rubber grommet that we got here. Yeah, I got a lot of the rust off of it. I mean, it's, you know, this thing was probably zinc coated at one time, and the zinc coat's pretty much gone, so it's probably gonna end up rusting on me again. I know that. I mean, it's pretty pitted and everything, but at least it's not, you know, dropping all the rust in the tank like it was before. All right, so the pump comes with these two sleeves. It's kind of optional what you can do, what you want to do with these. Just kind of depends on the way your hanger is and the way your old one came out. And if you look at my old one, it's kind of, you know, it's got some foam around it and it's surrounded by this cage. So one thing you want to do is you don't want to fill, you know, you don't want to cover this hole up here. You don't want to cover this hole up here. So you can put this on. I mean, you can put it on the top, you can put it on the bottom, you can put it any way you want, really. But make sure you don't cover that hole up. So you can do this, or we can actually do this. Now, if I'm doing this wrong and somebody knows something else, cool. If they'd leave me a comment, tell me exactly what's up. But you can do this. Okay, it just basically makes it thicker. So what we're gonna do here is gonna end up just adding this rubber piece here. The filter goes in there, and then it hangs from here, and then actually it's gonna end up just zip tying it right here. Okay, so if the thicker you make this, the easier it will be to zip tie it, pretty much. I'm actually think I'm gonna go with the foam, because the foam, it's kind of like the OEM unit here, which the foam actually soak up some of the fuel and keep the pump a little cooler, even though it's wrapped up. All right, so all you gotta do is just get the filter, and it goes on, and it comes with a little retainer piece right here, one of these little retainer clips for it. If I can get it out of the freaking box. These just press on. This will hold that little filter sock in place. But not too terribly difficult. And yeah, it's these aftermarket pumps, they like a lot of current, so if you can wire them directly to the alternator, to the battery, it's really where they want to live at. The AEM instructions actually come with like a little chart that'll show you that if you can bump the current up, that they'll actually bump the flow up. These guys here. So I'm not like pushing for, you know, like crazy horsepower with this thing, but I just want it to be, you know, fuel's important. I want it to be there if I need it, or if I do, you know, whatever I do to the car, you know, like if I upgrade it anymore, up the boost, swap the motor out. This is already kind of done. And yeah, AEM sells a flex fuel version of this, which actually was, I think it was about the same price, but I'm never gonna end up doing that with this car. It's just the metal tank, it's just too much to deal with. Maybe way in the future, way. Okay, and this guy just slips on and around here like this. There's some little grooves. Okay, no problems. Got your hoses here. These guys here. I'm just gonna reuse the factory clips. Spin that guy on there. And then the hanger itself, it's shaped a certain way. It just goes right in there, no problem. Connector goes in, negative, positive. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to desolder these points here and solder them directly, bam, like that, just because it's going to come out a lot nicer like that. And I'll leave the wire, I'm actually going to leave the wire nice and long just in case I need to take it apart. But yeah. So this is a pretty, I've had this soldering iron for quite a long time. It's a little cheap little $12 soldering iron, and it's just worked great, man. I can't believe how good it's worked. And it comes with, it came as a kit, it came with a bunch of different tips and desoldering and a little bit of solder and some tweezers. So this kit here, it's been awesome. I got it on Amazon. Just something, you know, I'm just talking a little talk. Just to talk, but you know, this is what I'm working with here is some Amazon stuff. So, but desoldering is actually not that hard. It's gonna get it warm. I actually don't know if these solder joints are actually coated with something. And that yellow stuff is from the that rust stuff. The what's it called? Evaporust. It kind of changed the color of it, but I don't know if they actually coat these with anything, which I don't think they do, but all we gotta do is heat it up and then we're just gonna suck it up. Just get it hot. Just try to remove the wire. Pull it right out. And while it's hot, just suck some of this old solder up. Alright, bam. I'll do this side. Now, this negative and positive on the pump, you're gonna wanna remember that right up here for when I wire in the DeechWorks external relay. It's basically, we're gonna tap into it, cut it, you'll see. All right, got that soldered up, looks good. Okay, and then all we got to do is I'm just going to end up zip tying this right here. It's really actually pretty stable with this, and it's pretty much done. Ready to go slap it back in the new tank, and actually need to go clean out the new tank. So get on that in a little bit. And there we go, AEM fuel pump install. So there's the new tank, and here's the old tank. And you can see how, hold on. See how rusty this guy is? This is insane, actually, like how bad it actually is. It's like, check this out. All right. New one. Not too bad looking. Wow. Right. So this one's a little different. I'm not too sure why, but it actually has a drain plug right there. And the old one doesn't. But it's shaped the same. I know the S13 one is supposed to fit, so hopefully this is a Skyline tank and not a S13 tank, which everything looks exactly the same. So I'm going to go ahead and wash this guy out. and I'll drop the fuel hanger in there. Get this thing mounted up. Alright, got a brand new, let's get a brand new O-ring. The other one ripped. It's like 20 bucks, man. This is like the third fuel filter I put on this car, and this will be the fourth. It's amazing. This car even runs. Alright, so I got the fuel filter changed out. I'll plug this in real quick. The Deech Works external fuel pump relay. I think I'm going to save that for the next video. I want to start this thing up and make sure it runs and see if my fuel gauge works right. So I put about 2 gallons in. And we'll crank this thing up. Just prime it up a little bit and cut it off real quick and alright, cool. The low fuel light works. About 2 gallons in, which is less than a quarter of a tank. Well, like I was saying before, I think I'm gonna go ahead and save the external fuel pump relay for the next video. Take a little break from this because it's really hot outside. I hope you enjoyed the video.